Marriage. Should you or shouldn't you hyphenate your last name? Meet Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith did what most guys do. He grew up, fell in love, and married the girl. He fell in love and married Mrs. Jones. Well, Mrs. Jones is a modern, educated, non-cave dwelling woman with modern sensibilities, so she took the name Mrs. Jones Smith. Well, Mrs. Jones Smith and Mr. Smith had a baby, and since she's not a cave dweller, she named the baby Baby Jones Smith because the baby is her baby too. So meet Baby Jones Smith. Well, Baby Jones Smith grows up, and then, of course, the Baby Jones Smith is called Mrs. Jones Smith. And Mrs. Jones Smith grows up, and since she's not a cave dweller either, when she meets her husband, here, Mr. Winkler, ain't he handsome, she changes her name to Mrs. Jones Smith Winkler. She's enlightened, you see. Well, Mrs. Jones Smith Winkler has a baby, and the baby, of course, is, you guessed it, Baby Jones Smith Winkler. Baby Jones Smith Winkler grows up, meets a guy, and changes her name with the hyphen because she's not de-evolving. Mrs. Jones Smith Winkler Hockenbaum. Well, Mrs. Jones Smith Winkler Hockenbaum meets a guy from a similar family with similar sensibilities. They've been hyphenating their names too. How wonderful! It's a modern family. Yeah, so she meets Mr. Wilson Jones Westmoreland Jackson, and they have a baby. God forbid they had a baby. Oh, this poor baby. But they give him a good first and middle name, Michael David. Michael David's a good kid, but Michael David has a last name from hell. Michael David Jones Smith Winkler Hockenbaum Wilson Jones Westmoreland Jackson. Can you imagine what this is going to look like in 20 generations? There's a reason it's been done the way it's been done. If you don't want to marry the guy, don't marry him. If you don't want to be part of a couple, don't be part of a couple. If you want to keep your last name, you probably don't actually want to be married. There's a reason we do it the way we do it. There's a reason. And part of it is because hyphenated names are stupid.